Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy I've got my little microphone. It looks so official. So I'm very excited about my microphone. But I'm really also excited to talk about this topic because a lot of things have been happening that have been testing this for me. And I'm going to get to this. I'm going to tell you like this one thing that really has helped me stay uniquely me. Because when you think about it, you think about like little, like small children and toddlers, like they don't have a filter. They don't have there's so many different examples of when you talk to a child. Like there was one I was watching not too long ago, and it was like run like a girl, throw like a girl. And they asked small children, like, what, young lady, like, what does it mean to you to run like a girl? And she said, to run as fast as I can. Right. So it didn't have any sort of cultural meaning until it's taught to us. And a lot of times, our cultural parameters and beliefs and what we learn tends to quiet us. And I was just reading an article about what it looks like when you're trying to get your children to eat their vegetables and what certain things you should or should not say. And there were four. I'm going to see if I can find this article. It was so good. Yep, here it is. It says what not to say, like toxic phrases to say to a young child to get them to eat their food. And one of them was, you can have dessert after you eat your vegetables, right? So when you use sweets to convince a child to eat something, all I hear is, just so you know, broccoli is bad. In fact, it's so bad, we have to bribe you to eat it. And and then, like, what can you say to them to allow them to continue to express themselves? You can eat the broccoli when you're ready. It still gives them a choice and often works better than any bribe. Make sure meal times can be playful and help kids engage with the foods that they don't like or aren't familiar with yet. And then here's another one, another bribe. If you're quiet, I'll give you a cookie. Now, this can also go for, if you're quiet, I'll give you your iPad, or a lot of times the iPad is what keeps them quiet. Then the third one was, you have to take one more bite before you can say no. Now, this was what was taught to me as a kid. You are going to eat it until you learn to like it. That was what I was taught growing up. And what belief system do you think could potentially come from being asked or being told as a child, you have to eat this until you learn to like it? And that beliefs that came up it was my feelings don't matter. My feelings and opinions don't matter. I have to suck it up and be grateful for anything anyone gives me. Well, how, as an adult, do you think I felt about being grateful? I felt like it was forced altruism. I felt like it was something I had to do and it didn't matter like what my feelings were, how someone was treating me. Well, you better say, thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? No matter what it was, there was always something to be grateful for. And you're going to sit here until you learn to like lima beans or whatever it was. And I would sit there until they were ice cold, but I didn't get no getting up from the table until you cleaned your plate. And then here's another one. Oh, this one's really gross. It would make me happy if you took 3 more bites. Parents are tempted to use this phrase when they're concerned that their kids aren't eating enough for the proper nutrients, but all it teaches kids that they should develop good habits to make you happy. So then that you turn them into pleasers. So it's really interesting about these different things. You can have the dessert after you eat your broccoli. That would be something for a maverick. If you're quiet, I'll give you a cookie. That would be for a Dante. You have to take one more bite before you can say no. That would be for your Traces. It would make me happy if you took 3 more bites. That would be for your Bellas. So that when you think about how it even goes, everything all goes back to, what we learn, what we can learn from the horses, and the healing that can occur through understanding what you experienced, what belief systems came up around it, and how you can not only shift that belief system, but put yourself in a place where you believe in yourself at a higher level. And so the thing that have written down for today, this one statement that will get you through in such a really powerful way, is today I will express what is unique about myself. So if you're watching this video, you can just throw in some comments. What are some things that are uniquely you, that are differently different, that are just like, what is an X factor that you have? And there's some things that are unique about me. I'm really good with horses, and I'm also really good working with people. And that's a unique combination. I'm really resourceful. Like that's something that's unique about me. And I'm not afraid to express that I'm a giving person. I love to give to people. I love to be creatively thoughtful. Like that's one of the things I really enjoy. I'm very resilient. I've been through a lot in my life. For those of you that know me, I've gone through, devastating divorce and loss of a family member, homelessness, but, being broke. I really have been through a lot, but I've risen and I've become more and more resilient. I'm creative. I'm unbelievably adaptive. I have this sort of zest for life that is really just really not super common. So if you're on or you're watching this, what is unique? What is uniquely you? And what do you know that you can express that makes you unique? And I think about, I did this exercise with my mom one time, and I said, well, she was really having a hard day and she was really down on herself. And I said, well, Mom, how would you describe you to somebody that didn't know you? And she's like, what? I go, okay, let's try this again. How would your friends describe you? Your close friends, how would they describe you? And she goes, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, if you did know, what do you think? What would you guess they might say? And, her value system isn't going to allow someone to say something unkind. So of course but it was a struggle for her to say that, oh, my mom's actually really pretty funny and she's really clever. Right. And I thought, well, that's how I would describe my mom. It's that she's very clever and she's darn funny. She is very giving. She's very affectionate. She loves hugs. So what are some things that are unique about you? I'm a little bit of an extremist. It's like I'm kind of a compulsive overachiever. I am realizing that I absolutely have ADHD, which is not, I was like, no, there's no way. And then the more reels and videos and things I watch, I'm like, now I'm kind of checking off too many boxes to be able to say no to that anymore. But I know that I can have a focus on something. And when I get focused and dialed in on like my mission, and like, what do I do, guys? Come on. I help people heal, become leaders with horses. And we use those skills and programs and technologies to hopefully, the goal is to radically disrupt the equine industry and bring something massive to the world where people understand the value that horses have outside of their physical capabilities. That's what I want to do. That's definitely unique. And I don't know too many people out there trying to do something like that. So what is unique about you that you can express? What's your X factor? What's your favorite flavor of shine? And just drop it in the comment if you like. And if you want to come and experience what I'm doing with the horses, or you just want to come and have a chat with me, just drop me a message and make sure you're following and subscribing to my channels, because we got some really great things that we do with the horses. I come up with unique ideas and unique ways to help people. That's another thing that's unique. And the more you start dialing in and start asking yourself that question, the more you start dialing in, the more you can say, today I will express what is unique about myself. And the more you kind of come up with that, the more you're gonna be like, well, you know what? I'm actually pretty good at the piano too. I'm like, well, that's unique. Not everybody's good, is good at the piano. There's other people that are good and there's other people that are better, but are they also good with horses and good with people and kind of funny and really resourceful? So all of these things at whatever level are what make up the sort of the sculpture of you, that vision of you. And it always comes back down to, how do you want to feel today? Hey, Joe, welcome. How do you want to feel today? Today, I want to feel accomplished. And so in order for me to feel like that, what do I have to do? Like right there, stop right there. In order to feel that way, I just have to choose that I want to feel that way. Not, oh, I got to go run 10 miles or I got to go get a new client and all that. and it's so counterintuitive, and it's the same type of counterintuitiveness, if that's a word, as it is with the horses. Because when you're working with a horse, it's very counterintuitive to let go of the reins in order for them to slow down. But a lot of times, if you're like holding back on something, what you resist persists. If you ever watch a horse race, how hard are those jockeys pulling on those horses' mouths? Like they're like, the horses are like their mouths are open, and which is actually horrible. I think it's a terrible practice. But their mouths are, and the more those jockeys pull, the more those horses power up. So just like that, it's counterintuitive to say, I'm going to feel accomplished. Therefore, I will then do things that will make me become more accomplished. Because it's not about doing the things and the stuff. It's about becoming who you need to be in order to do the things and the stuff. Like what would, you remember those old Jesus bracelets? What would WWJD, what would Jesus do? What would an accomplished person do? What actions would that individual take today? So start with how you want to feel. What is unique about you and how you want to feel? And the conversations will start driving themselves, and you'll want to show up more, and you'll want to do more. And like, I wasn't really super excited about doing a live on a Sunday morning, but I've committed to doing a live every day. So here I am. And I'm like, oh, and now that I know that I'm a person that is of integrity and keeps their word and upholds their commitments, guess what I'm going to do every day? A live. Now I'm going to try, and as I get better and exercise that muscle even more, I'm going to try and do them at the same time every day, so people know when to expect for me to be on. But right now, I don't care. I am a person that is committed, and I'm going to go live every day, and I'm going to talk about something really cool and unique every chance I get, because I have a ton of content. Why am I qualified? Like, why should you even listen to me? Well, you don't have to, but because I will tell you this: if you go into my other room, I have as many oils, I have as many books as I have oils. I have over 260 different essential oils behind me. I have in the other room, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books. I just picked up a really great book recently. I read about a book a week. Look at this tiny, tiny print. Oh my God. And I'm going to start doing some book discussion around them and doing some book recommendations. So that's going to be in my Zen Club. So if you want to join the Zen Club, you can just drop me a message and I'll show you how you can join us in the mission to save horses and change lives. And it's an amazing platform. And we do a lot of cool stuff in there. So I'm going to be talking about these books. And I'm like, what are you doing that makes you feel the way you want to feel? So the book that I got is called Social Intelligence. I'm in the middle of writing a book that's along these same lines. IQ, PQ, social Q, E, that's a lot of Qs. So think about how you want to show up being your unique self. And that's pretty much all I have today. And remember to this is your centering statement for today. Today, I will express what is unique about myself. So hopefully I'll see you and your unique selves soon. And remember to believe in that, and it will change your life. All right. And Jen Zoe helping. I'm starting to say this more and more now because I got to get practice. And if you guys can think of a better way, like I can express it, let me know, because I'm open to ideas. But if anybody that knows what I do, like what this is, I would love to hear from you, because we're like trying to really dial in and get clear about the message of what actually Xenogen is. What is Xenogen? What is it? It helps people allow them to become the unique them that they were when they were born, right? That's what I do. And I do it through horses. And it's, become a better communicator, a better leader, more compassionate, have more confidence. Like that's like what it does, like what you're going to get out of it. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be able to make more money. You're going to be better at sales. You're going to have better, stronger relationships. So, I mean, what is it that I do? I help people become more confident through horses. That's really a big piece, because that confidence about being who you are will allow you to be that authentic self, and you can't fake authenticity. Thank you, Jamie Kern Lima. All right, y'all, that's it for me. I'll see you on the next one. And I'll say it again, believe in yourself. It'll change your life. Ciao, ciao.